Hey guys, it's Mario from WKTL, and today I'm going to talk about 5 tips to help improve your knife throwing game. First one, make sure you find the right set of knives that work for you. What works for your friends or works for other people won't necessarily work for you, and find what works well. For me, I love throwing the heaviest knife set that we have, and these are called the Blackhawks. I like it because I can under-rotate, I can get more coverage, and I don't have to throw very hard. And it sticks quite effortlessly for me, and there's very little adjustments I have to make. Now, for double rotation, I wouldn't actually use the Blackhawks, I would actually use the Merlins. For some reason, I can't seem to find a consistent throw with the Blackhawks that I can stick from the second rotation. I use a different set of knives. Now, that's just my personal opinion. You don't have to follow that. But the key is, make sure you find the right knife set that works for you. The second thing is, when you're throwing, make sure you move side to side and don't stick in the same place, because some of your knives may be grouped in one area and you have to get around it. So I'm going to try getting this to be as close of a grouping as I can. So since I threw it from that side, it's hard for me to access the bullseye from this angle, but if I go from the middle or from the side of it, I'll have a much better view to try to stick it. And in this case, I'm just going to throw a fourth knife. I'm going to move all the way over to the left, close to the fencing, so I can still see the bullseye without any intrusion. If I try doing it from this side, there's no way it's going to stick. It's going to end up knocking some of these knives over going from that angle. So you have to be able to move side to side to make sure you find the right opening to maximize your points and not knock any knives over. So that's my tip number 2. Be comfortable and moving side to side. You'll see some of the great throwers doing that quite a bit. Focus on double rotation. Single rotation is easier. Double rotation's really difficult, and that's where I see the big swing and changes in points and who ends up winning a game and who ends up losing a game. Double rotation is very difficult, and what you have to do is you have to make sure you find the right spot on the floor and make sure you mentally mark that spot, or actually grab a piece of tape and put it on the floor. So then you're constantly throwing from that exact same spot consistently. So then you're not losing that spot, because all it takes, especially in double rotation, all it takes is half a step forward, half a step back, and you're not going to be sticking that knife. The fourth thing is you have to make sure you take your time. I've seen a lot of throwers, not only for axe throwing, but for knife throwing as well, where they think they have to throw them fast, one right after the other. I've actually seen people get disqualified by doing that, because we do have rules where you do have to alternate, and there does have to be a pace that you are playing within. So again, the key is making sure you take your time, because your first throw might not have gone as planned. And since it's closer to the grouping, you want to take your time, and you also want to know whether your opponent hit a bullseye and you're down to your last throw and you need to go for a kill shot. So you have to make sure you take your time. Move side to side. Make sure you're focused and you're not rushing all your throws. The fifth and final thing is going to be obvious: practice. You can't expect to show up to a tournament, do well, or even do well in leagues without putting in the time and putting in the practice. Now, I practice when I come here and shoot videos from the single rotation. So single rotation, I'm comfortable with. That one didn't work out so well, but at the same time, when I get into double rotation, that's where I definitely need to focus my time on, because that is what makes or breaks anyone's game out there. So those are the 5 main tips. Find the right knives that work for you. Make sure you're moving side to side when you throw. Focus on double rotation throws. Take your time, slow it down, and always practice. Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it and hope this helps. If you haven't already, smash the subscribe button on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram for more great content. I appreciate you guys watching.